Has your health been covered up? Today, it's Revealing Wholeness with Dr. Troy Munson, presented to you by Infinity Whole Health.
Hello, I'm Dr. Troy Munson on Revealing Wholeness, and today this is a slippery kind of slope subject because I want to get into housekeeping rules or rules of engagement with most folks that come into my office or come to see me. There are things or topics that I may discuss that are kind of taboo to some people. Words that I may use that might be, that make people crinkle their nose or get a twitch, if you will. If ever I say anything like that, I want you to interject a word that has meaning to you, that is not something that's going to be irritating to you. So when we talk about housekeeping rules, there's also a journey that we're all going through. And these journeys can start and stop many, many times. To give an example, 12 years ago, I had a juicer sitting in my garage for at least 9 years. And I knew juicing was good and it's something that I had to do. And one day, though, when I was ready, that juicer came out of its box, out of the garage, into my kitchen, and I began juicing. And it's just a process. You know, people see things that they know they should do health-wise, but they just don't commit. And that non-committing makes them feel bad about themselves or berate themselves. And that's actually really something I harp on to my clients, saying that is not allowed, because that's never helpful. When the time is ready, the time is always ready. And so don't fight change, but don't inhibit it too by making things worse, by thinking you should have done or could have done, or if you were only this or only that, or why couldn't I be more like them? That is not helpful thinking. Every day to step forth anew and just let that process take you is probably a better way to go than ever judging what it is that we're doing. It is interesting to me as I walk down this journey of wholeness. We have a nutritional aspect, we have a body nervous system aspect chiropractically, but we also have a spiritual aspect that really needs nurturing too. And many of us, we're so fast in our life that we never stop and just simply pause. And daily pauses become very powerful in just allowing, God or the universe or goddess or whatever your word is for God. Again, those are words, and they have meaning to us. We've stuck value on what a word means rather than just letting it be what it is and understanding that, hey, it has something there. I'm going to take it for what it's useful for me and throw out everything else. So when I'm saying stuff in these conversations over the next months and even years that you may be listening to me on podcasts, as we dig into some spiritual aspects to try and help you grow from where you are, we want to make sure that your mind is in a place where, hey, I know Dr. Munson said this, it kind of raises a red flag in my head, but I'm going to interject a different word that has meaning to me that I can move on in my journey, because that's the overall most important thing ever. So I love the saying, we give everything all the meaning it has for us. And I'll say that again. We give everything all the meaning it has for us. That is a powerful statement in undoing a lot of negative things that may have happened to you in your past. I can look back at my life and think of half a dozen situations I'd love to change, but if I pull any of those linchpins out of my head, I cease to be the compassionate individual that had to walk through that stuff in order to be where I am now. And so I want you to be honoring of the journey that you've been through, because those things that you went through are helping to make you who you are today, so that you can help the next person go through more quickly, more easily, more effortlessly than perhaps maybe what you did. And so that's the gift that you give to the next person. So don't play down what you've done and gone through, because man, we needed what you went through in order to get us to where we need to go collectively as a human civilization, if you will. And so those things become important. So that's kind of the ground rules as we go through this process of growth. So I welcome your comments. Again, please email me if you have concerns, questions, or even a gripe. You're not going to bother me. I'm going to be okay with all those things. So until next time, I'm Dr. Troy Munson, Revealing Wholeness.
This concludes another episode of Revealing Wholeness with Dr. Troy Munson. If you have any questions concerning this podcast or others, you can reach Dr. Munson by email at
Chiroman, that's CHIRO man, at dr.com. Or you can call him at his office during office operation hours at 360-893-8586. This show is sponsored by Infinity Whole Health on the Disruptors Podcast Network.